Hello, hello. This is Pat with Petresca Papers. I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow and I have a new kit that I would like to introduce to you. It is to make little round boxes that can be used to store clips, to store hidden paper clips, little ephemera, stamps, you name it, it can do it. I've got the kit here. Let me introduce it to you. I've got a hydrangea box that has two options for tops, and then here's the sides. There's also an overall print that you can print on the back so that you can have lining, and that's what you see in there. I also have what I'm calling my chocolate box, and it has the damask and a French ephemera like sticker on there with a brown, chocolate brown damask on the back. And I'm also giving you a template, and you can use the template different ways. You can cut it out and trace it onto whatever paper you want, or you can print something, and then so like this, I printed that scratchy looking paper. This is the freebie from week 1, Christmas in July. I'll link that below. So I ran it through twice, and then I ran through the template on top of it, printed it on top of it. Same thing with the lids. So printed it, and then I reprinted this, or not reprinted, but then printed the template on top of it. Okay, you could do that same thing with scrapbook paper. If it's 12 by 12, of course you would cut that down so that you can run that through your printer, 8.5 by 11, or the dimensions for A4. So I am going to do some prepping, and I'm going to do it off camera, but I want to let you know that I am going to be scoring there and there, 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 and there, and there. And I'm going to score before I start cutting out. When I cut down here on the sawtooth, I'm going to cut all the same direction first, and then come back. This would be cut off here. But then I'm going to come back, and then I'll cut this direction all the way across so that I don't have to turn my paper or scissors multiple times. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and do some prepping, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am almost done prepping, but I wanted to jump back in and show you what I do with the lids. Now you can see they're all circles. The inside circles are smaller, and the base and the lid are different. The lid is larger than the base. So what I've done is carefully just turn it over and put base inside and base outside. Just wrote it on the back. It's going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter, but I did want to show you. You do want to do that. If you forget and you do it, just know that the inside and the outside are different sizes, and the lid and the box base are different sizes. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out and do some distressing, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am all prepped I have scored and folded on the lid by the sawtooth and just under the white and on the side, and the same with the base of the box. Scored, folded, and then I cut the sawtooth. I find it's easier to fold it before you cut the sawtooth. And then after I folded, I cut all the sawtooth, and I again did them all the same direction first and then came back all the same direction the other way. I have cut just a slit. It will help as we curve our box. I have my two bases. I have the base outside and the base inside that I marked before I cut them out. And I have the base inside. Where are you? Where are you? You've gone. Where is my lid inside? There it is. There's my lid inside. Okay, so they're the same. There's lid inside, and the base outside, base inside. And if you look, let's see, how can I show you this? That's the lid, and this is the base. So there's that much difference. So the base is smaller, and the lid is larger. Okay, and when it comes to the lid top, you have several options. You can do just like the old paintbrush worn, or you can do the chocolate damask, or you can do with a little chocolate piece of ephemera on it. I have taken the lid inside and I have traced that size onto this so that it will be a little bit smaller, and just sit right down on it. I'll show you how that is going to go. All right, let's start putting it together. The first thing I want to do, oh, and I did distress. I want to fold down my two edges. And we're gonna just come along here with the glue, and you know how that goes. Is it going to work? Probably not. So I'm gonna jump over here to, I don't know, who's working today? You were working earlier, but you're not working now. Please let me know if you're all having as much frustration with your glue as I am. I don't even think buying new glue bottles is the answer. I keep thinking I find an answer, and then my answer is not the answer. Okay, whatever I just said. Okay, and then, oh, I want to keep a little off this side so that I can tuck that in. And I want to curve this before my glue is all the way set. So I'm going to slide that in just like that. I'm going to use one of my clips just to hold that. And then I'm going to work around with my fingers, getting that. I don't know if you can see. It's the slightest bit of overlap in there. Okay, get my bone folder and just work my way around. Now, on this where we joined it, to strengthen that a bit, I have a small piece of white cardstock from the leftover that I am going to put right down on there, just to strengthen that where we've joined it. Okay. Still put on that right there. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side and work on the lid. And the same thing. And remembering, kind of put your thumb there so you don't put glue right there. Okay. Fold that down. Oh, and over here, yeah, it's that, yep, that's what I did. And glue on there. And slide it in there. I'm going to grab a clip. And then just, first of all, with my fingers, work that around. I think you can see, but I'm working that little slit, which is taking up a lot of that extra bulk from the circle. Okay. I have another little piece that I am going to glue onto that inside of that also. Now, I didn't stop to think that could make our lid fit tight. We'll find out. And if it does, we'll know. Not a good idea. Okay. Just work myself around here. Put this back on. And then we're going to work on the bottom, or the base. Take that off. These all fold in. It's good to just reinforce that fold in there. Now I'm just wondering, I'm thinking, now that I look at it, let's do another little reinforcer on this bottom. And this will go just down there. It won't be seen in the box, but that's just kind of giving us a little reinforcement there. All right. Okay, now this is the bottom, and we want to do the outside first. So we've got the base outside, and that's going to go right like that. And I'm going to try doing it on the circle. I usually do it on the little sawtooth edges, but let's try this. This may be easier. Okay, we're going to put it down, kind of work it around, pulling in, making our circle. It's kind of a tender push in, push down, because we don't really have anything in here. Now I'm going to take my glue bottle and kind of just take it around those edges. Push that in if it's coming a little further out. Now we know I'm using art glitter glue and I don't have a ton of time. Let's get this in there. Let's see if we can. That doesn't look too bad. And then later we will distress, and if there's anything poking out or over that we need to, we can trim. So now I'm just going in, taking my fingers and kind of just pushing out just a little bit. Okay, now base inside goes down in there. Put a nice layer of glue on that and just drop it down in there. And again, glue bottle is handy to make sure that that's pushed down. And your hand can fit in also. All right. There's the bottom of our box. I think I'll do a little distressing around so I don't see any white. I really don't think that I need to do any trimming. All right, so there's the bottom of our box. Let's work on the lid. Okay, don't need that anymore. Push those down. And we're going to take the outside, which is this. And we'll do glue around. And I probably could do a second in just a little bit. All right, so on we go. Working from, you can see one of those poking out there. And this is not nearly as deep, so it's a little easier. Get in there, kind of push that out to match to that edge. I just don't think you've got as good of an angle. I'm just trying to make sure before that glue dries. A little space there, and some space there. Get it in, can I? Okay. Now I'm going to use this. Just kind of push it around the edge. And I've got some glue in there because the way I did that extra ring of glue. It's coming out through the little sawtooth edges. Okay, that looks pretty good. And let's drop in our lid inside. That around. Okay, now I'm going to distress on that edge. I may even do a little more around there. Okay, so here's telltale moment. Did that little piece I put there make it hard to get this lid on. No, it didn't. Yay. Now, it can be done. It's just done if you want it to be done. But I think I could put that on. I think though I just want that. So I did trace that smaller circle from the bottom, from the base inside. I'm just going to trim this out and distress it. What a cute Christmas gift this would make. And fill it with candy, fill it with ephemera, put a gift card in it. Okay, let's do this. Just like that, and I do want it to be kind of facing that way. I'm lining up kind of the middle so that it's facing me correctly. Let's see if I can remember that from putting the glue on and getting it back down again. I do want to give a good gluing to that edge. Okay, just like that. I think I'm going to take the lid off and just give it a good burnish from the inside. Okay. Okay, there is our little French chocolate box. Here's the, and you can see they're a little different in size. This one I made a little taller. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that if this is your first time finding me, that you will like what you see and will give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, give me a comment how you can see that you could use this for gifts. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye-bye.